I'm Paige Klemme, and my topic for the doctoral interest topic is the effects of the home environment on emotional regulation in school-age children. So, a little bit more about my topic. So, emotional regulation is a vital life skill that can impact children's ability to thrive and participate in occupations. I'm interested in exploring OT's role and contributing to the different factors of the home environment, including screen time, family dynamics, school versus homeschooled, diagnoses, and caregiver work schedule that could be impacting emotional regulation. So for inquiry this semester, I searched using Library Central, and a couple of the databases that I utilized were EBSCOhost, Science Direct, PubMed Central, and APA Psych articles. The types of articles that I looked at were primarily interactive and pragmatic, and key terms that I looked up to find my articles were occupational therapy, emotional regulation, home environment, sleep, screen time, social, emotional development, and sibling relationships. My topic correlates the quintuple aim in several different areas. So for patient-centered care, focusing on the child's home environment aligns with patient-centered care by addressing the unique emotional and developmental needs of each child within their family context. Emotional regulation is shaped significantly by home dynamics, parenting styles, and household stressors. Involving the patient and their family in care planning ensures that interventions are personalized, supportive, and sustainable. Now, for populational health management, the emotional regulation skills children develop at home impact their behaviors in school and beyond. Poor emotional regulation can lead to behavioral issues, academic struggles, and peer conflict, which in turn affect classroom dynamics and school climate. By addressing home-related factors early, we can promote better emotional outcomes at a population level, ultimately reducing the burden on educational and behavioral health systems. My topic also correlates to advancing health equity. By addressing emotional regulation through a lens that considers the home environment, we can better identify and mitigate disparities in access to mental health and support services. Meeting families where they are at ensures that interventions are equitable and accessible. There are also several aspects of occupational justice that correlate to my topic. In terms of occupational deprivation, children in unstable or unsupportive home environments may lack access to emotionally nurturing routines, meaningful social interaction, and play. These are all vital for social emotional development. This absence limits their ability to engage in occupations that promote healthy development and long-term well-being. In terms of occupational marginalization, when children's emotional needs are overlooked, they may be excluded from full participation in classroom or peer settings. Their behaviors might be understood or punished rather than supported. Alienation is a third aspect of occupational justice that relates to my topic. Children who experience emotional distress due to their home life may feel disconnected from the meaning and purpose of daily routines or social relationships. This emotional disconnection can result in a lack of engagement or satisfaction in occupations that are essential for development, such as learning, play, and relationship building. Now to talk about my topic's relevance to OT. So my topic considers emotional regulation as a key client factor. The OTPF4 identifies emotional regulation under client factors and performance skills that influence participation in occupations. Emotional regulation is essential for children to engage in age-appropriate roles such as student, playmate, and family member. Occupational therapists support children in building emotional regulation to enhance daily functioning and participation in meaningful activities. My topic also considers home environment as a contextual factor. The OTPF4 emphasizes the impact of environmental and personal contexts on occupational performance. A child's home environment significantly shapes emotional development, routines, and engagement in occupations. OTs are uniquely positioned to assess and intervene in home-based routines to support improved outcomes across settings. This could include home, school, and community. Continuing to talk about the relevance to OT for occupations addressed, this includes activities of daily living, education, social participation, play, and rest and sleep. All of these are impacted by emotional regulation. And some intervention approaches include modifying, which is adjusting our home routines or environments to support emotional regulation, and then developing strategies and caregiver education to build supportive emotional routines. For the role of OT, our job is to advocate for family-centered care and collaborate with caregivers, educators, and other professionals to create environments that support emotional growth. Here is my final concept map at the end of the semester. For how my knowledge has changed throughout, I originally did not consider sleep when I was thinking about factors that may be impacting emotional regulation, but as I did more research, I found that sleep is one of our main occupations we are participating at home, and is considered sleep as a primary occupation that may be a factor affecting emotional regulation. Another topic is negative influence is more impactful than positive influence. So through my research, I kind of found that it is easier to cause harm than positive influence is to cause good. And then I also learned more about the impact of screen time and emotional regulation, and looking into the research on ways screens can be beneficial in occupational therapy. So in future inquiry, I want to see more of what the role of OT is in the home environment and how we can promote social emotional development in that setting. And then how does parent occupations um, impact emotional regulation? I want to see more research on the stay-at-home parents versus parents at work full-time, and how the impacts of a child going at home after school or staying at a daycare can impact emotional regulation. And here are my resources. Thank you.